So the materials you're going to need are a pair of denim jeans, and you could just do this with like denim shorts, but my brother was cleaning out his closet and he had a ton of jeans he didn't want anymore. So I tried them on to see if they would work as high-waisted shorts, and they were like a little baggy in the crotch area, just because like that's the way that guys' jeans are made. But then once I cut them into shorts, they weren't as baggy. So you either just need jeans or shorts. And so these are my brother's Vans jeans. So, you know, I wouldn't suggest going out and buying a new pair of jeans. Like, go to a thrift store or something if you want, like, some men's jeans. Don't go out and buy some. But in case anyone is curious, these are Vans off-the-wall slims, and I don't know what size they are. But, yeah, this is, I've done one side. And now I'm going to do the other side. So you need a pair of jeans or shorts. And the denim can't be like very stretchy. Like, it can have a tiny bit of stretch to it, but mostly it needs to be like a stiffer kind of denim, because the stretchy kind usually it's a lot of stretch material that is just dyed to look like jeans, and less like actual denim, which is the stiffer kind of thread that you eventually pull out to make the shredding. And so if you're doing this just on like a pair of jeans, take some of the excess, like the legs, and practice it, because I didn't really do that. And if you can't tell, the bottom of this one, the whole thing separated it into two, and then I had to tie it, but I got better towards the top. And the trick is you have to be really gentle and try not to pull at the white fabrics. So yeah, these are the beginning of the shorts, and then I'm going to do this side, and you guys can see how to do it. So you're going to need some kind of denim that you can turn into shorts, or I guess potentially you could actually do this with jeans. But you need these, and then you need just a pair of scissors that can cut through fabric. These are just like normal paper scissors, but they work just fine. And then you need tweezers. So I will show you how to do this. I'm going to try to get the camera at a good angle to show you, but it might be difficult, but I'm going to try. You can totally see like the silly socks I'm wearing, but what you're going to want to do is you make sure, you don't want to cut the pocket, obviously. So make sure you can grab the denim, put your hand underneath it or something, and you're going to fold it in half this way. You don't really have to, but it's helpful. You'll see why. And then you're going to take the scissors, and this is really hard for me to do backwards. You're going to take the scissors and do one little snip this way to make a little hole. And so if you can't tell, right there's a little hole, and then you're going to want to do one above it as long as you want your shredding to be. So I'm going to do mine in like 3 chunks. So I want to not make it so big so that there isn't enough available space for 3 pieces. So then I'm going to snip another hole above. And there is my other small hole. And so what you're going to do is you're going to cut these horizontally across. And make sure that you don't go too far into the inner thigh area, because I did that on my first one as well. And then when you put it on, you realize that you can see a lot of leg that you generally do not see when you're wearing shorts or pants or pretty much any sort of bottoms. So make sure you don't cut too far in. And so then you're going to cut this horizontally, and you're using these holes so that you have somewhere to put your scissors when you're cutting. So you just cut horizontally. And make sure you're keeping the denim away from the pockets so you don't cut the pockets. And your pockets don't have to stick out like mine, but I like it that way. Okay, so there, you see this bottom strip right here that is separate from the denim. And basically, you're then going to stick your scissors into the other hole and do the same thing that you had just done. So now you basically have this strip in the middle. Here's the top part of the shorts closer to the waistband, and here's the bottom. And you don't want to do anything with this bottom because then you're not really going to be able to get the shorts on your legs. So then what you want to do, you have this strip of fabric right here, and you're going to take your tweezers, and what you want to do is you want to try to pull out the blue threads. So it's the first one is the hardest to do because you have to take it from the outside edge, and I suggest not doing that because that is what tears apart the white fabric that leaves the shredded look. So what you want to do is you want to take your tweezers and gently pull at the edge. It's really hard to find the blue fabric. Like, you can't really look for one. You just have to kind of feel for it until one starts to come out with your tweezers. And you need to do a few at first just from the side like this. And you need to try your hardest to be gentle because you really don't want to break the white fabric strands. Or else you're going to have the problem like I did with my first section where I broke literally all of them in half. And I had to tie it, and it still looks kind of okay. You can't really tell that I had to tie it. So then once you get a little piece like that where you can, that is like the shredding. That is what leaves the shredded look. And so what's easier that doesn't shred the white part and like what removes the blue part is to go from the inside. You just put your finger underneath like this and you stick the tip in, and it comes out really easily, and you'll be able to see the way that it's woven. And you just want to be really gentle, like use a really light hand. Once you get good at it, you can start to go like really fast. Also, what's weird about this is you don't want to have particularly sharp, very precise tweezers. These aren't the ones that I was using before because when I started these, I was at my dad's house. And like these tweezers work, but the ones I have at his house are a lot duller. And so it's a lot easier not to accidentally snag the white strands. But basically, you're just going to keep going from the middle and pulling out these blue strands of fabric. And it makes a giant mess. So I'd suggest doing this and like leaving them in a little pile so that you can clean them up easier. But basically, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to really light-handedly go from the middle and pull out these blue threads. And then just keep going. And when I'm done with this, I will show you the finished result. But you can tell from here already, you can see like the shredding and what the look, like how it likes. And that is what it looks like to turn out like that. Okay, so I finished this, and there is very little that connected, and I can explain why. It's because I didn't cut it perfectly horizontally, and you can tell that the part that's connected is in a perfect like straight line, but because I didn't cut the bottom of the shorts in a perfect straight line, I cut it so that the inseam is like longer than the sides. These parts, the loose parts like that, happen when they don't have anything to connect to across the way, and because theoretically these should continue over here and connect, it would only connect and be straight if it stopped here. But because I cut it diagonally, there's only this small part here that's straight. But as you get further up, it's easier to cut it more horizontally because you don't have to follow the cut of the bottom of the shorts. So yeah, so I'm going to continue making these, and I'll show you the finished product. This is the finished product. I didn't have time to actually like film a demonstration of what they look like, but I cut a little too far into the thighs, but I still love them, and I hope you guys liked this tutorial. Thanks. Bye.